the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Okay, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Love's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Ready, set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Boy, no chance as he was not in trouble on the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because it just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Love. Incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early game. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 40. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a foul return. Touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Let's go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run on first and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They have possession. They have it at the 48-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like
it
this,
is cold. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Gainwell is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
and I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at it. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles to the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
He's going deep for Brown. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the move to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now in this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Love now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Love. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Smith rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
There's the Panthers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Gainwell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. On the counter, it's Gainwell. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing is Hurts. They'll check this one down to Gainwell. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They go play action with Hurts. Going for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing on second and long. Hurts flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Love from the gun. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and slides to a hole. And they got to get to the line quickly. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship.